Salute, salute, salute. Peace and power to the people of the struggle. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for conversation, comments and concerns, questions and answers. This is a space for dialogue, a space of intelligence, of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, love, hella right, masters, kings, queens, rules and rulers. This is your space, a space of love, a space of integrity, a space where we are working on a united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information. Yes. Hashtags, green screens, apps with cash pals that pay, unions that are Western, grams with money. Goddamn it, red cups, blue cups, teacups. Okay? Squeegee man pockets, pastors collection plates. God damn it, if the pastors could get it, shit, so can we. Okay? God damn it. Jingle bells, Santa outfits, all that. There's a war going on outside. Ask Venezuela, Trinidad. There's a war going on outside. Fund the war effort. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait until you're getting run down in the street. Don't wait until you got plastic cuffs on. Talking about officer. Officer, can you pass them my phone and my books? It's too late. Don't wait until HR is handing you that pink slip saying your services are no longer needed here. And get your anger in check. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. Get yourself together. Stop sending each other outside with broken wrists, arm slings, eye jammies, speed knots. Cut it out. Cut it out. Stop fighting in the crib, throwing pots and pans and all type. Get yourselves together. Get yourselves together. Book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of an intimate relationship abuse counseling, after a consultation, book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you. People, conversations, places, past traumas, events that should heighten your alertness levels. Remember, with this information, the life that you save could be your own. Peace and power, what's going on? How you do? How you do? As always, I'm much, much appreciative for all of you who are here. All of you repeat offenders. Shit, I'm about to close this class out. We don't get many new classmates. So this may be our core. And that's all fine. Remember, many shall come, but only few will be chosen. Trust and believe. Everything ain't for everybody. You dig? So how y'all doing? Huh? Tried to get it together last night. Wouldn't happen. So pardon me tonight as we move through this. Yeah. Pardon me for any hiccups and coughs and lunges and all that. We're going to do what we do. Okay? As you can see, if it ain't going to be us, it's not going to be anybody. So, with that, we got some people to tag. Tag ICE. ICE agents get tagged. Tag all the ICE agents. Tag them. Tag their agencies. Tag the feds. Tag the politicians. Tag T47. Tag them, goddammit. Yeah. Tag the Chicago man and his mama, the old face. Tag them. Tag the NYPD. Tag them. Yeah. Tag the little high school kid. Yeah. Yeah, tag him. They ran down on him something terrible. Tag him and the AI. Hey, AI, I know you're listening. You won't get this intelligence, baby. Tag them. Tag all the pregos. Yeah, prego thought culture. Tag them. That is just a damn disgrace. Never would I thought in all my days I would see women act like that. So tag them. And we got repeat offenders in the building, y'all. Tag Dame Dash. Harlem, I can't stop. And I'm not going to stop. Y'all got to get that man some help. Tag Dame Dash and his son, Boogie or Boogie, whatever the fuck. Tag both of them. Tag Ray J. Ashy Ass. Excuse me, Finesse 2 times. And anybody else that got them nasty ass granddad bodies and got the nerve to be showing them shits. Tag them. And while you at it, tag your classmates. Yeah, all y'all. Let's see. Tag the classmates. Get your damn screen recording devices ready. Your TikToks, your threads, whatever the hell y'all gonna do with this because I don't own it. Okay? Let's see. Corey Grant. God damn it, first in class. Go ahead, see Tierra the Young and T Green. And Cool K King. God damn it, 1, 2, 3, they in the building. NFNT, what's going on? Kim Williams, Andrea Jones, what up? Okay, Benjamin, God diggity dog and Benjamin, what up? Lovely lady, what's going on? Mr. Strictly King, what up? I see you, LA's in the building. Hood Scented Highlights. Joan Young, what? What? Who is that? The BX? God damn it. Heart Tunes TV, Chris Threats, Philly in the building, E. Blandon in the building, Charles in the building, A. Brown. What up, A. Brown? Educator extraordinaire, DMV's up in here. S. Beckles, London is in the building, y'all. They coming in from across the pond. The Yachty. Massive. UK, enough respect. What up, Magic? What's going on? Yeah, little Britt, we see you. Bam! Philly in the building. Bam Woods, what up? Ooh, Mrs. Rails is in the building. We see you. Sean Jenkins. Drake, what up? Drake, Marguerite, McDonald Music. What's going on? The Grustler. Cuckoo the Bag of Bones. The Global Hustler. Zurich Swissling. The Chef. The Underground MC. In the building. Queens, we see you. What up, Grustler? C Blaze, my sniper. What up, C Blaze? Yeah, my sniper in the building. I can act up tonight. Bernadette. What up, Bernie? Bushhead, what up? Mark Hines, what up? Uncle Murder, what up? GB, what's going on? Zone 864 TV, what up? We see you. Pittsburgh's in the building. What's going on, Wild Bill? What up? Michael Hayes, god damn it. Yeah, about the time you got off of work all damn day. We see you, Michael Haynes. What up? Unpopular opinion. Craig Williams, what up? Oh, damn it. Sincere Peace, what up? Stephen Gill, what's going on? Thomas Sands, what up, Tom? What's going on, Tom? We see you. We see you. What up? Who else out there? Jay Woo, what up? Damn, this shit done skipped. Hold on, where we at? Where we at? D Source, what up? God damn, y'all done skipped. Ooh wee, PJ Allen. Ooh wee, what's going on? Angel, J. Woo, what up? Connecticut's in the building. Damn, y'all up in here tonight. I see y'all. I see y'all. What? Cypress? I see you, no doubt. Tony G, 55. Tony G, 55. 55 for Tony G. Put it down. TC, what up? Block Monster, what up? What up, Home Skill? We see you. T Mac, 55 for T Mac. 55. Toronto's in the building. We see you. What up? Truth Lady, Walaikum Assalam, Rahmatullah, Laura Barakatuh. What's going on? TJ. Yeah. Mark Miller. What up? Goddamn, we see you. God diggity dog it. Yeah, y'all up in here tonight. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. We're going to try to get through it because we got a lot to cover. And I'm taking and marking the time. But we got a lot to take care of, man. I'm telling you. So much stuff, I don't know where to begin. But as you know, it all connects. All of it. Moya, what up? Hey, Ghost, what's going on? You know it all connects. Listen, first of all, because this shit was funny to me. Very funny. Let me put, excuse me, y'all. Let me put Shorty to the side for a minute. Let me put Shorty to the side for a minute. Okay? Let me deal with my hometown first. Hey, Ghost, Bonnie Prince, we see you. Because this shit was funny. And I want to do it because we got to know and understand what the hell is going on out here. We really do. And I don't know about other people on social media. But this is a teaching space. And the only way we're going to beat what's going on right now is with real live information. Tangible shit. Shit that you can utilize. And to keep you in a state of militancy. Okay? Keep you in a state of militancy. So I want to get on that video that we seen a few days ago. I didn't comment on it because I wasn't sure what I was watching. And how many different layers is involved in this particular video. And it tickled me, but then again, it didn't. Because when we get deep into it, we really realize our political position. And just, you know, I'm coming off of watching 60 Minutes and what they getting ready to do to Venezuela, what they already did to Palestine. Shit is a little unnerving. It's very triggering, so I always have to utilize all my strategies just to take that information, process it, and see exactly how we manifest ourselves in this new era of how the old phase of doing things. So, I'm watching last week's video of a confrontation between the little Spanish-looking dude, ICE agents, and federal workers in the building. Come to find out the little Spanish-looking dude is police, NYPD. And he's beefing with these ICE agents. And I always wanted to see what that confrontation would look like and how it would play out. Because I know for a fact, I'm almost certain right now that these ICE agents, these deputized people, this montage and mix of individuals in masks, nothing more than Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, ex-COs, or cops that lost their job, other type of mercenaries in private security that have been given what we believe is authority to run amok. For real. So I wanted to see how they would act in the face of NYPD and NYPD getting rubbed wrong. I wanted to see what that would look like, how that would play out. And it would take some NYPD officers with some real courage and gumption to make these individuals stand down. So we see it. We see the dude beefing, but we didn't see the initial space. That's always troubles me about any video. What happens in the very beginning? What happens in the very, very beginning? And what he's saying that he was harassed, he was grabbed up, disrespected by ICE. So we see the part of him beefing. We don't see the part of them handling him, except for one, which I found that funny too. I really, he tried to sort of walk back into the space, and one of the ICE agents pushed him back. And I was like, whoa. One dude said, I'm an officer. I'm one of you. I'm an officer. And they didn't stand down. I said, okay, so on and popping. How can we bring this to class? How can we make this useful? Because right now, I'm telling you, the only people who I see who could really back these ICE dudes up is the individuals that y'all call YNs, these little dudes that's armed to the teeth and spinning. These little dudes get politicized. These little dudes get militancy. They get some type of consciousness. They'll push them dudes back. They'll have them dudes on their heels in every city, in every state. Trust me. As we've been witnessing with how they are moving when they are grabbing people and detaining them and putting them in cuffs and all that, these dudes don't have it in them. They're not trained. They're not moving properly. You understand? It's very basic. It's clumsy. They don't know what they're doing. However, they've been given the authority to move. You can tell everything from their stance, from how they position themselves, from their lack of basic holding methods. They don't know what the hell they're doing. I seen them fight with one dude, three of them. One dude, Spanish Poppy at that, took them 8 minutes to get it right. And by the time his peoples in them came, they just gave up and let Poppy go. Okay? So under them little dudes letting it go, that shit whizzing over their head, they gonna back up. They gonna get the hell up out of there. And man, if one of them get popped, a few of them get popped, that's gonna be it. They gonna settle down quickly. Trust me. But anyway, we watching the cop. And he's going back and forth and he's arguing and he's basing and he's calling them all type of pieces of doo-doo and you soft, you have no courage, you understand, all you do is harass people, you're sickening, you're anti-American, he's going off. And always he points out big stupid, you know, the big 6'3", 6'4" melanated ass fool. He said, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Your people came here in boats. And you doing this shit. As a matter of fact, all y'all, we all came from, you know, he's doing his little spill. We all came from somewhere. I got business here. Now, the uniformed individual that was working in this building, I don't know if it was 26 Federal Plaza or what, but he too was trying to brace up on this Spanish dude who's an NYPD officer. And I'm looking like, wow, this is real weird. Like, these fools are really gonna buck up on a NYPD officer in New York City? Like, the disunity, right? And trust me, all of them wear the American patch. Every uniform got the red, white, and blue. They all take oaths to uphold the red, white, and blue. But now there's dissension in the ranks, and y'all got to peep that shit. Because as conscious people, we can utilize that. That's the first thing George L. Jackson taught me. Okay? Studying Che Fidel, studying any of the militants. That, whoa, once there's dissension in their ranks, it can be utilized. Because all you have to do in a lot of cases, and how a lot of countries was flipped, is get into the minds of the individuals that's really allowing these individuals to move as such. The only way 47 and Mitch McConnell with his good shoes, wearing ass, his weak ass knees, and his ticker off too. These are octogenarians who have no power, none, physically and mentally. The only way they're able to do the shit that they do is because these individuals, these able-bodied individuals, for some reason, is under orders, under the spell that they're going to be better off rocking with them instead of the people. So once law enforcement is not seeing eye to eye, it's a problem. So why would these individuals do this to an NYPD officer? So that had me digging. I already seen, and we know what they did to politicians. We seen all that shit. And again, for an open, authoritative blanket to be given to these yahoos for no purpose, the purpose of them going after illegal migrants, that's already a dub. We seen through that bullshit. That shit is a dub, right? Because I already told y'all, the way they coming down on people, the video that we seen earlier this week when they ran on Canal Street and snatched up the African vendors and all that. I said, yo, listen, this ain't about that. Because if it was about migrants, people who paperwork isn't right and exact, how come we ain't see them run up on Near Nanny? I haven't seen them in Brooklyn Heights. I haven't seen them in Clinton Hills. I haven't seen them on the Upper West Side or Upper East Side going and shaking down and picking up some of these nannies and shit that we know most of them don't have no paperwork. Why are you not running down on these nannies with these white babies? That's an easy book. That's an easy arrest. But we haven't seen that near viral video of that. Not one. So we know y'all full of shit with that. Garbage. We haven't seen y'all in Chinatown going after Asians hard body. Y'all haven't been in Little Odessa. No. You haven't. You haven't. So we know it's bullshit. When we see them run down on these nannies, then we'll know it's real. You're leaving these little white babies in the street, right? Or bringing these little white babies into whatever ICE detention y'all taking people to. Then we'll know. Excuse me. Until then, we have to assume that this is racial. We have to continue to assume that this is some bullshit, that you deputizing these individuals and allowing them to practice for what y'all believe is going to be an easy run through the ghettos, the wards, the hoods, the projects. Okay? This is what we have to assume. And if we are assuming that, that means we need to be whispering in the YN's ears more and more. If this ain't a conspiracy theory class here, I don't deal with that shit. I don't deal with fear mongering. I deal with facts. Okay? The law of averages. We deal with science and math. Okay? So we need to prepare them. And say, yo, listen, man, listen. We have to make them our allies. Okay? So now, again, I don't want to get too far ahead. Watching that video, I'm trying to figure out how much power are they going to allow these ICE agents if they allow them to beef to an NYPD officer, put hands on him. Now, we know NYPD in the city, in the boroughs, they about the most hands-off individuals that we have seen in centuries. You don't mess with no NYPD officer unless you are NYPD. I'm telling you. Federal agents, feds, I'm talking about FBI, ATF, DEA, they don't mess with NYPD unless NYPD's in strict violation. Unless dude got a body or something like that. They don't mess with cops in the boroughs. You crazy? So you mean to tell me these untrained yahoos, somebody put a battery in their back to say, yo, F NYPD? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, yo, NYPD was good. I didn't know y'all was pussy. Straight up. Y'all letting dudes who not from here come into the boroughs and act crazy and disrespect NYPD? I didn't know y'all was y'all ass. I never seen it. And never thought I would. So you got certain Congress people, you got certain elected officials trying to really put a cap on how these people are moving, because I'm telling you, it's only going to fester so much confusion and frustration that it's going to get so ugly that I'm telling you, y'all think it's out of control now? Yo, I haven't seen it. So now, check out what's been going on. New York Congress member Dan Goldman is calling for the NYPD to prepare to arrest federal immigration agents if they break the law while detaining people in the city. A request that's prompting several legal experts to question if it could be carried out. Goldman, a Democrat who represents parts of Manhattan and Brooklyn, on Monday said he sent a letter to Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch requesting she prepare the department to potentially arrest U.S. immigration and customs enforcement agents if they unlawfully detain or assault people in the city. Okay? Several elected officials, including public advocate Jumaane Williams, city comptroller Brad Lander, and city council member Alexa Aviles, and state assembly member Tony Simone, spoke in support of Goldman's request at a press conference Monday. Now, a request is a request. You hear the language in it, but it's a start. I just want y'all to understand what's going on those levels. Far from our levels. We're not there. They don't represent us. We don't speak to them directly. We don't, and they don't speak to us directly. All these titles and shit is bullshit. Because when it really goes down, we're going to handle ourselves the way we want to handle ourselves, the way we're going to need to handle ourselves. An elected official going to get the hell out the way. That's it. But it's a request. The NYPD did not respond to a request for comment for this article. Goldman's call comes as President Donald Trump has sent federal immigration agents to conduct sweeping raids in cities including Los Angeles, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., in response to what he says is prevalent crime and disorder. Civil liberties advocates have harshly criticized the deployments, and many lawsuits accuse the administration of making warrantless and indiscriminate arrests. Now, homie wasn't an NYPD officer. Or maybe if he was so tricky and he would have hooked on one of them, I wonder how that would have panned out. Former ICE executive Scott Schuchar said he supported Goldman's call because he believes immigration officers have in some instances been breaking the law. Now, if these ICE agents, these deputized individuals are breaking the law when they run up on you and you're a lawful citizen who is lawfully having something that's going to protect them, and they run up on you unlawfully and you lawfully protect yourself and bang one of them out, then that's on them. Then that's on them. I would love to see how that play out too. You understand? Because this shit get deep. We got a lot of papers here. We're going to get in it. But I want you to understand, most of this stuff here is talk for protecting either the institution or protecting people who they deem citizens. Keep in mind, they don't consider our black ass citizens. I don't give a damn what they tell you. You were 3/5, you're going to always be 3/5 in their eyes. Your ass ain't been ratified nothing. Remember that. Okay? So what we're doing here is just getting a clear picture of how this shit is playing out in their courts. Okay? Great. It's about time, Scott said, who served as ICE's assistant director for regulatory affairs and policy in the Biden administration. It is absolutely time for state prosecutors and state law enforcement to enforce their sovereign right to keep their people from being assaulted. You understand? This is the language that they're using. They know these dudes is wilding, and they're trying to figure out what kind of authority do they fall under. Still, several former federal prosecutors questioned whether it would be legal or feasible for the NYPD to police federal agents. This shit gets tricky. Excuse me. Because if the police cannot do anything to these individuals, yo, what happens to you or I? Can they just pull us over without probable cause? You understand what I'm saying? Do I look like an immigrant? I mean, I could look like it. I could turn my cap and you can't tell what does an immigrant or migrant look like. You know, I could look like I'm from the Congo. You gonna run up on me? You gonna pull me over without probable cause? Now, what if you pull up on me and I have a flashback to 88 and I just happen to discharge that thing at you thinking that, you know, because y'all wearing masks. Y'all running around playing, okay? In unmarked vehicles and all type of shit. East New York dudes don't take to that very well. We don't. So now, you running up on me like that, you understand what I'm saying? Let's check it out and let's keep it moving now. The NYPD cannot be utilized to police the federal police, said Sarah Krishoff, a New York defense attorney who previously worked as an assistant U.S. attorney in the Southern District of New York. She continues, and even if the NYPD was allowed to do so, they are not equipped or trained to make determinations about the lawfulness of the actions of the ICE agents. So if NYPD runs up on a scene and they see me fighting and tussling with ICE agents, she's saying that the police, NYPD, 75th Precinct, they not equipped to see and make the decision that, yo, hold on. I know that dude since he was a youngin'. He is not a migrant. He's not an immigrant. This dude is a U.S. citizen. You telling NYPD that they can't make that determination if somebody's fighting and saying, yo, help, I'm a citizen, yo, get off me. They not equipped to make that decision? Lawfulness of actions of ICE agents? So you basically telling the police that they can't police. That when they see ICE, let them do what they do. Come on now. Excuse me, a former U.S. attorney for the Western District of Virginia said federal agents are immune from prosecution for anything they think is authorized or part of their official duties. You hear that, right? Federal agents. So when we came up, we were under the understanding that federal agents was these agencies, the letter boys that we know. FBI, DEA, CIA, you know, none of this other shit now. You got Homeland Security and all this other shit. Now these made up dudes. What are we to do? What? No, serious, real talk. What are you to do if they've allowed these individuals authority over your body? Because that's just what it is. And when I keep telling y'all that we in the same position that we was in during Reconstruction, after the Civil War, y'all think I'll be bullshitting. That I'm just pulling these terms and saying just to say it. You in the same position when an overseer, a masser, a catchman, any of these people had authority to say, nigga, come here. What plantation you belong on? What? And this is a very, very, very actual reality. But a lot of people are not articulating it. They don't want to put their head there. Because they like, nah, that shit can't be happening. This is happening on a regular basis. He continued, any prosecution of a federal ICE agent for a New York State criminal law violation would likely go nowhere. So if the NYPD can't sue these dudes, they can't bring them to court, they can't arrest them, what could you do if they violate you? If they pull you over and destroy your vehicle and say, oh, we thought he was a migrant. And they run up in your house. And in the course of running up in there, they done broke the door down, they done did all. You understand? Come on now. Let's continue. The law is very clear. If you are acting outside of the scope of your authority, you do not have protection from federal immunity. And that's for the feds, right? So they trying to say, you know, ICE agents know what they're supposed to do, what they can and can't do. Which is crazy because they've been doing it. If that dude didn't say, yo, I'm NYPD, I'm an officer, it could have went any way for him in that hall. They could have roughed him up. They could, look, City Comptroller Brad Lander, who was detained by ICE several months ago as he was attempting to escort someone out of immigration court, right? They roughed him up, grabbed him all up in his shit, cuffed him. This is a City Comptroller, elected official. The NYPD should protect New Yorkers and not allow them to be kidnapped by masked individuals who give no indication of who they are and who present no warrants, especially when they are lawful permanent U.S. residents or lawful citizens. It's unclear whether there's any precedent for a local law enforcement agency policing federal agents. Now, the media asked Goldman if the NYPD has the authority to do so. He insisted that some criminal codes give them that authority. But it's not, no, it's unclear, right? The other person, look, my mom is a Latina from Peru, Assembly Member Tony Simone said. She cries to me at night because she's afraid now to go shopping because of the color of her skin. She's much browner than me. This is the Assembly member. Now, what does that? That don't sound like Kizzy and them spitting in the cup. They scared to leave the plantation. Oh, they scared to be out there. Definitely not after dark. If Mass ain't with them or Essie Mae, they scared. Like, this is the same shit. Come on now. It's the same exact shit. Now, Now, check this out. Trump unleashed these motherfuckers. Yeah. Again, I'm struggling through this. I'm trying not to sound crazy. Okay? Doing what I do. Okay? Yep, classroom assistants, keep that war effort information in there. Now, Trump unleashed these bastards on us. Yeah, and my language, yeah, we ain't getting monetized tonight. Now, these individuals are snatching people up, putting all type of cuffs on them, dragging people on the floor, pushing them down, doing all type of wild shit. Do y'all know that they're doing shit that the local police can't do, federal agents can't do, without warrants, you understand, without probable cause? They doing shit that Donald Trump can't do. Now, ain't that some shit? Do you hear me? Donald Trump can't do what ICE agents are doing. Check this out. That aside, the power to make an arrest is vested in certain official positions. These positions are established by federal, state, or local statute, i.e., by Congress, state legislatures, or local committees. And individuals are explicitly granted the power when they take these offices for the term they hold such offices. These include police, federal agents, and certain other people who are not conventionally thought of as office holders, despite the fact that they are government employees we typically call officers. However, the power to arrest is not explicitly granted to the office of the president by the Constitution or by Congress. So the U.S. president has no more power. Sanders, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Okay? So the U.S. president has no more power to personally arrest someone than any regular person does, even though the president is titular head of various federal agencies whose officers and agents are empowered to make arrests. The power itself does not percolate upward, but remains attached to the officers themselves. So he unleashed these bastards, and he can't even do the shit they doing. This got to be the dumbest shit in the world. So the president can't arrest nobody, but these yahoos, these dirty, unlearned, untrained, it can just pick anybody up, arrest and detain you until they say, oh, nah, you good money. That shit is stupid. So at any given time, one of them could just say, yo, you know what? The first lady ain't got no paperwork. Let's go snatch her up. See if her shit is right and exact. Right? This is on paper. Theoretically, that could be done. Look, in fact, under normal institutional constraints, U.S. presidents do not even have the power to command federal or local law enforcement to make arrests. That power is held by chiefs of police, sheriffs, and the head of federal agencies with law enforcement powers, as granted by Congress or other legislative bodies, and is exercised independently of the White House. This is an intentional separation of powers meant to prevent the chief executive from using law enforcement against political opponents, opposition journalists, or anti-administration activists, which is why they saying you can't blame him for what's going on. He's like this, yo, I can't do that. I ain't doing it. That's them. But he'd empowered them. And he'd empowered several judges and municipalities. This is shit. So you can't blame him. Yo, that ain't me. That ain't me. So remember they was running down on journalists and doing all type of wild shit. They can't even do nothing. Listen up. Those institutional norms suffered under the Trump administration and are ignored or objected to by some of the most vehement supporters who still call for mass arrests of their political opponents. But they may be recovering under the Biden administration. This is where we at. Know where you are in all of this, especially if you're an ex-offender, especially if you are a violent felony offender 2 or 3 times over. Okay? I want y'all to get a firm understanding of why the streets is moving the way they move, why individuals who are woke and conscious don't go into certain arenas and settings, why people are fearful to say certain things and organize in a certain way, scared to death. You got me? Now, in saying that, I wonder what the NYPD gonna do. Are they gonna keep being pussy, or are they gonna do what they do? Now, whoever wins this next election as mayor is gonna tell it all. It's gonna tell it all, especially for people in New York City in the 5 boroughs. I'm telling you, shit gonna get messy. So y'all keep running around, chasing thoughts, chasing wine, chasing a drink, gambling spots and dumb shit. Keep chasing that bullshit. And, man. Yeah, I think y'all know what I'm saying. I think y'all know what I'm saying. Okay? Yeah, it's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get nasty. And if you're not conscious and you're not ready to have this type of conversation, that's cool too. I get it. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to think about it because then it shows you exactly where you sit. Now, mind you, I ain't saying nothing about whether it's black or white or poor or rich. I ain't saying none of that shit. If you got a credit score, you understand if you pushing the range, none of that shit don't matter. None of that shit that matter. So if those are your aspirations, if that's what you're moving, and that's what motivates you to be the dude with the big body. Yo, I got my mink. I got my little bitch right here and shit. She got her little mink. We fly, we get ready, take a little cruise and shit, down the North Carolina coastline and shit. And y'all still want to be them dudes, and go ahead, have at it. Have at it. Have at it. If that's your weapon of choice for when somebody come knocking down your door, or from when these little young dudes see your fly ass, ghetto superstar ass at the light, you already know this ain't nothing new. You remember Biggie said, give up the name ring and what? The #1 mom pendant. This nigga's still on that same type of time. That ain't nothing new. Okay? So let them stop them stamps and that EBT and snap shits. Keep having the wrong aspirations when your ass is out in these streets. Is real deals. Okay? Now, just because we're talking about NYPD, the young Latin cop and the ICE agents in that building, Chicago, okay? In Chicago, we seen ICE agents beat up an Ofe in front of his mama. Now, this Ofe owns a comedy club out there. Either they ran up in his comedy club and snatched up his workers, or he seen his workers outside. Whatever the story was, he was attempting to protect his workers from ICE. And they ran him down and plucked him out, threw him on the floor in front of his mama, who was an elder, had his mom's hair all wild and shit, right? Leaving your shorty with her hair undone. Just knocked the old lady on the floor, all that. Arrested his dumb ass, right? Put him in cuffs and all that shit. This is what they're doing. So again, for most of us, we haven't seen us in that mix. It hasn't been targeted because there's practice. They're allowing them to practice on this. They're allowing them through these arrests, these detainments, these purposeful errors to set policy and play in the courts and shit like that. Okay? This is what they're allowing them to do. Because once it does that, then you're locked in. Okay? Then you're locked in. Okay? Now, highly alarming, yet separate from the issue of ICE, but still dealing with law enforcement. He was a bagel meister. Monster. He was a bagel, the dude on one of them comedy clubs out there. I forgot what it was, but yeah. Now again, because ICE is running around like this, and they're doing it at the level that they're doing it, doesn't mean that they're not in cooperation and in conjunction with law enforcement on a whole. So this next aim goes right at it. Everything comes around full circle, right? Because y'all been hitting me with it. Here we go. Armed police handcuffed and searched a student at a high school in Baltimore County. This week, after an AI-driven security system flagged the teen's empty bag of chips as a possible firearm. This is law enforcement for your ass. Just listen. Baltimore County officials are now calling for a review of how Kenwood High School uses the AI gun detection system and why the teen ended up in cuffs despite school safety officials quickly determining there was no weapon. So now we got ICE agents that could do what the hell they want to do. Okay? John Smith, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Check it out. We already know that they got deputized ICE agents running amok in the country. Running amok. We got law enforcement that's been the most brutal law enforcement agencies of the world. The United States. Now, I've been in other countries. Okay, I lived in Europe. I lived in Germany 2 years. And they police don't play. Ain't no such thing as police brutality. Your ass act up, especially in Germany, Polizei, Frankie Fears, much appreciation. And they whip your ass. Ain't no such thing as police brutality. They whip your ass. You act stupid, they'll pop you. They don't have that shit over here. You suing law enforcement, no. But we got ICE agents running stupid. Now, the police force been on some dumb shit, but now look, AI, right? Let's go. Baltimore County officials are now calling for a review of how Kenwood High School uses the AI detection system and why the team ended up in cuffs despite school safety officials quickly determining there was no weapon. Shorty said, they made me get on my knees, put my hands behind my back, and cuffed me. Kenwood student Taki Allen describing what happened Monday evening when police arrived at the school while he was waiting with friends for a ride home after football practice. They searched me and they figured out I had nothing. Then they went over to where I was standing and found a bag of chips on the floor. He described a distressing scene with a heavy police response. The first thing I was wondering was I about to die? Because they had a gun pointed at me. Okay? Said about 8 police cars pulled up to the school. I was just holding a Doritos bag. It was 2 hands and 1 finger out, and they said it looked like a gun. Yeah, y'all hear this, right? Check it. The AI-powered security system at the school is just one example of how schools are approaching safety in the age of mass gun violence. AI tools have exploded in popularity in recent years, including tools to help monitor surveillance footage. So they got all the surveillance footage in schools in predominantly urban areas with melanated people. They got all this surveillance in the schools. They got all this surveillance in the streets. Spot shotters and all this shit in the hoods. Got surveillance in the schools, surveillance in the streets. Corporate America got surveillance in all their stores, highways. Big Brother been watching. Okay, so they got all this shit running around for all you street niggas that's still thinking everything is everything. Okay? That's just a little side note. Okay? Yeah. So, surveillance in the schools, surveillance in corporate America, surveillance in the streets. Now, AI made a mistake. Okay? Excuse me, y'all. CNN, the BBC, and others reached out to the Baltimore County Police Department for comment. The department told the press officers responded to a report of a suspicious person with a weapon, but determined the person was unarmed after a search. Kenwood principal Kate Smith said the school's district security department reviewed and canceled the gun detection alert after confirming there was no weapon. Okay? Smith says she reported the matter to Kenwood's school resource officer, who called the local police for support. Right? OmniAlert, the company that operates the AI gun detection system, expressed regret over the incident and emphasized that its system is designed to identify a possible threat and elevate it to human review. So you mean to tell me Shorty could have got clapped over a bag of Doritos, an empty bag, because AI thought it was a hammer. AI thought it was a weapon. AI thought he was holding, and it was an empty bag of chips. So if you had the wrong law enforcement running up on a kid because of a technology saying that he was armed, if they would have blew Shorty head off, what would have happened? Because they already traumatized him. They had guns in his face. They searched him in front of the school, in front of the friends, the teammates, cuffed him. I mean, that's how I started. I didn't do nothing. I was an innocent kid. They threw me on the wall, kicked my little rap paraphernalia up, my little promo. Y'all remember when you used to go downtown to Fulton Street and get your little black and white promo pictures and shit? Cause you was gonna be the next rap star. Yeah, back 1985 and shit. You get your little black and white promo pictures. We was wearing the bucket hats before EPMD had the bucket hat. Then you go get the letters and shit. You iron on the letters. Shit said Bliz. I'm coming from the studio. We in the damn train station. Old Faith looking stupid. And what? Told the police I look like somebody that robbed him last week. I don't know, no. We just standing there. Police come, rough me up. What you doing here? I'm waiting to get on the train. What you got in the bag? Took my little bag, threw it over. All my pictures came out. Yo, I'm a rapper. Kicked pictures and shit around, roughed me up. Didn't want to hear nothing we had to say. If the transit token booth dude didn't come out and say, yo, I know them kids. They out here every week. I've been watching them kids come back every week, busting their little rhymes and stuff. They ain't do nothing to that dude. He saved me. But I was traumatized. I'm like, oh, word. I couldn't just say that it wasn't me. You seen what I am, how I was dressed. You know I'm not in the street. That was it. Fuck it, I might as well be in the street. Never look back after that. Never look back after that. That one incident, that was it. And I was raised in the East where I've seen my old timers, the older guards getting chased through the projects, getting beat up. My Fred and Barney and all type of D's and all that. Never did nothing, never affected me until it affected me, until it came in my lap. So we don't know what's going to happen with Shorty. They could have Mike Brown Shorty right then and there. Because AI. Now, the company said, we regret that this incident occurred and wish to convey our concern to the student and the wider community affected by the events that followed. That's it. A bullshit, half-ass apology where Shorty could have got his head blown off. Now, let's continue. While the object was later determined not to be a firearm, the process functioned as intended to prioritize safety and awareness through rapid human verification, the company added. So they not apologetic at all. They like, yeah, okay. All right, Shorty. Yeah, he got roughed up, traumatized, but so be it. The system works. This is what they think about. Okay? Let's continue. The AI gun detection system has been used in Baltimore County Public Schools since 2023. Analyzing video from the school's existing security cameras, the superintendent said during a news conference on Wednesday that Monday's incident was truly unfortunate and said that the district never wants to put any of its students in such a frightening situation. So now, my question is, how do they remedy that? How do they remedy that? Is there a way for them to do that? Because his parents is a mess, other people's parents is a mess, right? Is there a way to remedy that? How you fix that? How you make sure they feel better? And people are saying, yo, you could sue, you could do this, you could do that. The company already gave a half-ass apology. Oh, well, but at least y'all know the system worked. It didn't work. Because they could have Freddie Gray shorty. Anything could have happened. Now, since, since nobody is going to take responsibility for that, and ICE agents is running around and nobody is taking responsibility for what they're doing, where does that leave us? All right, check this out. Some federal agencies have taken positions within their respective jurisdictions. In a joint statement, for instance, the Federal Trade Commission, the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and the and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau stated that existing legal authorities apply to the use of automated systems and innovate new technologies just as they apply to other practices. We're just saying that these jurisdictions want this shit. They apply to get it. Apply to whom or what? I don't know. Because you would think that the feds should be the highest jurisdiction over this, governing all that. So who are they applying to? Okay, let's continue. Excuse me. For example, the FTC has taken action against companies that have engaged in allegedly deceptive advertising about the capabilities of algorithms. In some cases, the FTC has obtained relief, including the destruction of algorithms developed using unlawfully obtained data. Moreover, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has made clear that the requirements to provide explanations for credit denials applies to algorithmic systems, which means that these errors that they're talking about is when they're using AI to determine credit reports, banking records, other type of shit. They're using this shit for everything. But now when it spills over into law enforcement, you dig what I'm saying? It's going to be problematic. And they telling us can't nobody do shit about it. No one. Right? Check it. The Equal Opportunity Employment Commission has issued technical assistance and provided additional resources intended to educate various stakeholders about compliance with federal civil rights laws when using algorithmic tools for employment-related decisions. Other agencies are examining AI-related legal issues such as work underway at the Copyright Office and USPTO concerning intellectual property and the Department of Labor concerning labor protections. The courts are also examining a broad range of issues, as are industry and civil society groups. They're not speaking on law enforcement to that degree, okay? So Shorty would have been a dub. He just would have got arrested, kicked up, brains blown out because AI, excuse me, caused these police to come through. Check it. Who should be legally responsible for harm stemming from AI systems, and how should such responsibility be shared among key players? What is the place of strict or fault-based liability for harms caused by AI? How should ex ante AI regulation or best practices interact with ex post liability? Should auditors be liable for faulty audits, not only as service providers to clients, but also as public fiduciaries? Should some AI actors bear a larger share of the responsibility than others based on their relative abilities to identify and mitigate risk flowing from AI models and or systems? If they allow this technology to run amok and say they wipe out your bank account, oh well, it's gone. This is basically what the fuck they saying. We'll try to rectify it, but if not, who's to blame? You can't blame the banking institution if they utilize this technology and this technology run amok. Okay? Oh, y'all hear what I'm saying? Let's continue. Are the various liability frameworks that already govern AI systems, example in civil rights and consumer protection laws, labor laws, intellectual property laws, contracts, etc., sufficient to address harms, or are new laws needed to respond to any unique challenges? This shit get crazy. It's getting crazy. Now, government and regulatory responsibility. Governments and legal institutions are responsible for setting AI guidelines. If a government agency provides or mandates the use of an AI tool, it may bear some liability when errors occur. Regulatory bodies are now working to establish clear accountability frameworks, but legal systems worldwide are still catching up with AI's rapid advancements. So now, Shorty parents want to sue because he don't want to go to school no more. He's scared. His dreams of playing football is over. He's scared of cameras now. He don't know what's going on. He's scared of police. They want to sue Baltimore, the school system in the county. Can't do it. This shit is unregulated. Can't do it. Right? Which is even more funky is that we know that we are still second and third class citizens. We know that there's still racial discrimination. We still know that there's bias in this country. So now if they put that shit into the AI systems, because they put it in everything else they do, whether they put it on paper as policy or whether they sit behind closed doors and do it in secret. AI systems are trained on historical legal data, which may contain systematic biases. If these biases go uncorrected, AI can perpetuate discrimination. So if this is an AI security system, and you putting the shit in the hood, in the school, any kid is going to be deemed a suspicious person because that's what you taught this shit. So of course it's not going to think Shorty's carrying a bag of chips. It's going to think that it's a weapon. Holding someone accountable for biased AI decisions is challenging because bias often originates within the data, not the algorithm itself. Courts must decide whether AI developers, data providers, or human decision makers should be responsible. But how can you do that when there's a code of secrecy among white folk and how they handle us? They speak a different language amongst themselves than when your black ass is in the room. No matter who you think you are, whether you think you're a wealthy rapper, whether you think you're an elected official, your ass is not privy to white information like that. This is where we at with it. Yes, Deborah. Digital apartheid. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Terminator. Okay? Let's continue. Law enforcement agencies use AI in 3 ways: to assist humans with tasks and increase capacity, expand human capabilities, and in some limited instances, replace humans entirely with fully automated processes. While not a complete listing of technology or uses, the following exemplifies the myriad ways law enforcement and AI intersect. Okay? Miriam, much appreciation for the super chat. Be original. Be original. You got 55. Be original. 55. Now, I'm telling you, look, you're dealing with ICE agents who can't think past a wet bag. Okay? Now you're dealing with biased AI systems. You've been dealing with the racist Yahoo, regular, ordinarily, Enos and Roscoe type police. This is what we dealing with. But y'all still thinking about bullshit. You still think if you got 800 credit and you could put down minimal next to nothing on that 40-year home mortgage contract that you gonna be all right. Or if you could go get that Lexus with the leather bucket seats, yeah, you gonna be all right. Yeah, okay. Keep trying to be comfortable in oppression. keep doing it. I want your ass in that leather bucket seat when ICE come. And see how quickly they snatch you up out of that shit. Now let's see how they say AI helps these police forces. Computer vision. Computer vision, a subset of machine learning, teaches computers to intercept and understand visual information from images or videos. Facial recognition is one of the most well-established uses, but is also used for fingerprint matching, DNA analysis, and ear biometrics. Additionally, cameras enabled with computer vision can be used to look for specific objects and assist in enforcement of traffic laws. For example, security cameras can detect specific people, suspicious behavior, and weapons. Traffic cameras can identify a stolen vehicle or enforce speed. Red light and seatbelt laws acting as a force multiplier for law enforcement agencies. Okay? Concerns with the use of this type of AI technology center around the issue of bias, such as difficulty detecting and distinguishing features of individuals with darker skin. So if they looking for somebody and the description is Michael Jordan, and I come through and he got on a hat and I got on a hat, yeah, it's a difficulty with that. Yeah. See, again, it ain't no difficulty if they say a dark-skinned man, okay, with dimples, and Al B. Shore. See, Al B. Shore, he good. He could pass. Him and Elder Barge is good. My black ass gonna get stopped. Bias. You understand? With this technology. Yeah. Okay. Concerns, okay. Let me read it again. Concerns with the use of this type of AI technology center around the issue of bias, such as difficulty detecting and distinguishing features of individuals with darker skin. There are AI redaction strategies that can reduce bias by removing characteristics of race and ethnic origin that may influence criminal charges. Huh? Federal, state, or local governments can exercise oversight over policing, including adoption of AI technology. This is in addition to internal governance by law enforcement agencies themselves. Listen up. Listen up. There are nearly 18,000 state and local law enforcement agencies across the country. The vast majority are characterized as local. Most police departments are led by a chief and report to a city mayor or a designated entity like a police commission. Sheriffs, conversely, are generally elected at the county level and are accountable to voters with some budgetary oversight by county officials. A state-level police agency exists in every state, ranging in size from North Dakota's 139 officers to California's 7,202 officers. Legislatures provide annual funding for state police agencies such as highway patrols and bureaus of investigation. At the federal level, there are 90 agencies that employ 136,815 full-time officers. So why in the hell did they need ICE agents? Not to mention you got National Guard and shit. Just, I want y'all to understand this shit. When we talk about who's really on your side, when we talk about militancy, when we talking about owning our labor, when we're talking about organizing and uniting, how dare y'all allow anybody to separate y'all based on a flag, a color, where you was raised, where your grandparents was raised? This is the shit we up against. So I see y'all posting other people's shit. I see y'all sharing other people's shit. I've been telling y'all this for a long time. Get rid of the religious bullshit. Get rid of where you came from and all that other bullshit. Get rid of what agency you think you supposed to be holding to and just get down with this melanin. because these people are sworn to uphold whatever massa say. These are your friend Stevens, okay? 18,000 state and local law enforcement agencies. Federal level, 136,815 full-time officers. While federal agencies sometimes differ greatly in scope and function from state and local agencies, the primary function of more than 2/3 of federal officers is criminal investigation. So when you telling me that this dude is a kingpin, that dude get to the bag, yo, when this dude come home, it's lit, and they don't work for the feds, you must be crazy. You think I'm stupid. Huh? Who's undetected in all this human and now AI? Who can go undetected? Come on, man. As law enforcement agencies move to adopt AI, lawmakers at all levels of government have considered policies that balance the benefits of AI and policing with potential risks. No state or locality has adopted a comprehensive set of laws governing law enforcement use of AI, which means your black ass is vulnerable at any given time. At any given time. So tell me, if white Jesus can stop all this? Can white Jesus protect you from this? So why y'all giving Juanita Bynum $1,062? You giving this other bozo $2,000? You're not listening. What are y'all doing? I get confused. Seriously, I'm thinking like these people are stuck. You think the record deal gonna get you somewhere? Huh? Jim Jones could get you out of this shit, right? This is what y'all be thinking, because y'all worship these clowns. Dame Dash and all, they could get you out of this shit, baby, and Master P. They could, bout it. Y'all could bout it this shit away. Or any of them telling y'all any of this shit. I want to know. Help me out. Umar told y'all any of this shit? But again, I'm last on the totem pole. You dig? This is where we at with it. Nobody listen to Bliz. I'm telling y'all now. With all that shit that's going on, look deeper and find out your position. Go to your local website when it comes to law enforcement and policing. See what tools are being used in your area. I guarantee you, y'all don't do that. Or you New Yorkers. That's always talking about moving. Yo, I'm moving to Georgia. I'm moving to Florida. All this wacky shit. And you moving right to a plantation. Right to a plantation. Maybe Plantation, Florida. Maybe you're going to Charleston, South Carolina to be on Boone Farm Plantation. I don't know. But y'all don't know what y'all moving to because y'all don't research it. Y'all don't study it. And nobody's telling you that. They want you to believe that everything is going to be okay. How can it be? How? This whole country, this corporation rather, they made United States of America one big sweatshop. Oh, but y'all don't believe in it. Y'all don't think that's what it, this is what it is. This is why they play with certain sectors of the economy. It's a shell game. But it's a workshop, a sweatshop workshop. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know how to manage yourself, you can get worked to death. If you don't know how to pull out, if you don't know how to utilize discernment when it comes to your well-being, you out of here. You understand? So again, I struggled through it. I got it out. Okay? That was the most important part. I want y'all to understand that. From the point of NYPD beefing with ICE agents to the fact that he was beefing with an ICE agent in a federal space with another uniformed individual, right? Not knowing who that was. It's some court officer, some whoever he was. I don't know if he was a court officer. I don't know if he was building security. He's siding with the ICE agent because he was white. To the fact that a kid eating Doritos, finishing a bag of Doritos after football practice, was run up on by law enforcement with guns drawn and cuffed him because AI said he had a gun. Yo, and I tell you the shit that I think about all day, every day, and how important it is for us to stop playing. That's what causes me to consistently go, make an attempt to keep going, go hard, go hard, go hard. I don't see nobody else telling y'all the importance of this shit. I don't. I'm definitely serious about it. They not telling y'all shit. So when y'all share the shit with me, I'm like, what is this going to do? What is this piece of information for? If it's not encouraging you to be militant, if it's not motivating you to become a soldier, if it's not giving you life and energy to face adversity every day, fuck is y'all sharing it for? Gotta question their intelligence or their motives. When you come here, I'm motivating your ass to be a soldier or you're gonna perish. It's just that simple. If you're not a soldier, you're going to perish. I'm serious. I'm serious. You're going to perish. Because that's where we at with it right now. Where you have to make decisions with a clear mind. Now, I hate to switch gears and to segue into some bullshit, but I got to because that's where we at with it. It's 10:30. I'm not gonna be here all night. I get some more tea, some more ginger and all that shit to try to get this shit. I'm not going into this week off balance. Now, this is for the ladies. How the hell I had 200 people in here, now that shit dropped to 182. I got echinacea. Yeah, I got two different teas in here. I got the ginger and I got the black echinacea. Now, ladies, yeah, because they doing something with this. As I said, oh my goodness. I don't know. But I keep going, I keep doing, I keep moving. Listen, ladies, and I don't want to get into the pregnant thought culture just yet, because that's something I want to ask ladies too. Like, y'all not canceling these broads, man. I seen another IG renegade hoe with her belly out, her ass out, and I'm trying to figure this shit out. I'm like, yo, what is this? What is this? Like, that's supposed to be a very special time. Congratulatory, you bringing a new soldier on the battlefield of this shit. And you got your ass exposed, your goddamn vulva out, your belly out, no clothes, bending over, twerking, doing whole shit. And the women ain't challenging it. They celebrating it. They celebrated Cardi when she did it. Booty Hole Brown did it. We're going to get there in a minute. First, I got to ask y'all ladies something. Like, I already know that each woman have what they believe is their type. And I already know money circumvents all that shit. So that type shit just go for people who are financially in a way where they can't come and save the day for most of them broads. Yeah, because, God damn it, money's your type. So we're going to stop playing the bullshit. Okay? It ain't about types and looks and all that. That shit don't go nowhere. For real, for real. Either you got a hell of a game or you got some bread. Because broads was kissing Flavor Flav for 3 fucking seasons. Delicious Kiss Flav. I'll never let her forget that. Bitch, you kiss Flav. Okay? Flav had a bunch of bitches. Okay? So it ain't that. But when I'm seeing dudes looking terrible, like terrible, I'm trying to figure out, yo, how y'all scream? The video floating around with this nigga Ray J. Looking straight dirty. Skin ashy. Nasty. He's sagging some kind of jumpsuit. His back is filthy. His chest is filthy. His belly, nigga, look like somebody's granddad. And I'm trying to figure out, yo, what is this? He got the damn devil horn fitted. I'm like, yo, hold up. Now, I know this boy is on drugs. Currently. He ain't in no recovery, none of that shit. This is what I believe. You know, alleged nothing. I believe it. He got symptoms of a crackhead. But he's comfortable in showing that nasty ass body. And I'm trying to figure this out. Because I'm like, yeah, one of them bros is screaming in that crowd, we go home with him. So I'm trying to figure out, well, why the fuck am I in the gym forever? pulling up, pushing up, bench pressing and shit and doing all this other. And y'all screaming for this nasty body. This ain't looking like Gonzo. And one of them other Muppets. His shit look foul. And he got terrible skin. So what is going on, women? Hold on, man. What's up? For real. Because I never seen so many dudes with just the disproportionate frames taking their shirts off. Yeah, and they look like Gonzo. Body nasty. And you on TV on the regular. All day, every day. What the fuck? What's going on, ladies? For real. Dancing stupid, looking wild between him. This finesse 2 times, nigga. I'm looking like what? Hold on, man. Hold on. Stop the presses, yo. This has been in gyms. I'm talking about dudes been in the big yard working out for years. Been in the town working out for years. So when you do come up out of your shit, you looking decent. Y'all got these dudes in y'all face and y'all like not saying nothing? Nothing. That's all good. Now, ladies, let me know if it's all good. Nigga, I'm going to go to the gym no more. If that's how we're going to look, if that's what it is, fuck it. All right. Let everybody get to AJ, Ray J body. Come on. Let's do it. Because that shit look nasty. Now, I got to go to Harlem. What up, Daryl? No, I got to go to Harlem, huh? Yeah. Chicken Balls too. We ain't even talking about his nasty. Him, DJ Khaled, and Fat Joe. I look at them women that's rocking with them like, yo, come on. You can't be serious. You can't never go around in a bunch of bras and like, yeah, I got me a fly name. No, you can't. No, y'all can't. Y'all lying, and when y'all kids get older, they gonna tell your mom, what the fuck? You messing with this? Out of everybody. So I have to say that y'all don't have a type. Money is y'all type. Got to be. Cause that shit overrides everything. When dude is coming through and you're like, yo, what up? Ain't no 30-day, 60-day rule. Cause dude got bread. If he take you out every day for 2 weeks, you gonna get rid of the rules. You gonna get rid of the type. Cause you like, oh, this dude got bread. He got bank. So that little nasty, nubby, dry ass crackhead with that body to me, I wish that y'all like that shit. Cause he confident enough to do it. Him, the other dude, I don't even know how a boxer start looking like that. Yeah, man, AB, Adrian Bronner, he looking wild too. He's looking like Captain Kirk and coming out of his shirt. The hell is that? But again, I'm not leaving Harlem out. It's Harlem. I don't know what's going on with y'all man Dame. I done told y'all, get him some help. This nigga couldn't do 20 push-ups? No, for real, son. Y'all just seen last week he got the bullshit hands. I told y'all. That knuckle game was looking sus. And now he got he couldn't do 20 push-ups in front of his son, and his son is laughing. Then when his body, when you get up, you see, look at his body. And I would have said, nah, he's just playing, he's just capping. But he wasn't even doing them right. He wasn't even positioned. I'm like, yo, what is this shit? But they talk. They got the bag and they talk mad shit. Yo, I'm telling you. Damn it, if I had one wish, I wish for 1986. Yeah. Yeah. Because dudes was, when I tell you, playing a position or getting a mouth punched through. And that's for real. You wasn't coming out to Latin Quarters and Union Square looking like that. Strict no birds allowed policy. Kid and Play might have been the only birds in the whole shit. And matter of fact, let me take that back. Because Kid and Play wasn't birds. They made them like that. Those was street dudes. That image to get them to go commercial made them that way. They wasn't, but you wasn't coming through. No bitch assness was allowed in Union Square Latin Quarters. You was getting your head knocked off. That's why we have difficulty in this era right here. Because trust and believe, somebody like Ray J would have been on the line. The bouncers would have got him up out. Now, you can't come in here, son. This is not your spot. He wasn't getting in the quarters and none of that. None of that. And Dame neither. And Dame of age. Of age. And he would know. He can't even front. Especially, I ain't gonna do it, but that was not no Harlem spot. Man, I'm telling you. Union Square, excuse me, Union Square was a bit much. A bit much. I gotta keep it all the way 1,000. Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn. Connecticut was coming through Jersey. It wasn't coming through. I'm telling you. It's had it rough. It was that boy, it was shaking. So all these punk ass dudes y'all got running around the industry. Hell no. No. Or they would have been quiet in the back. In the back. So ladies, I'm trying to figure this out. Ray J's that shit for y'all? You could have a body like Ray J and come through? Let me know. Let me know. I pay for 2 gyms. I'm in the gym 4 or 5 times a week. 3 times a week in the park. Let me know so I can stop. My fucking joints be aching. Let me know. If Ray J and Dame Dash is the look, if somebody could come to the crib and they could pull off their shirt and y'all ready to get them some box looking like that, let me know. Let me know so I could quit gym now. I need that little $30 a month. On one, another one is what? $42. Let me know. I'll cancel them subscriptions right now. Born Clark, much appreciation. Let me know. I won't go to the gym no more. If that's what's popping, dry, ashy, and flabby, let me know. I'm good. Fighting shape. Shit, I keep razors on me. Box cutters, all that. I can fight. I'm in shape, but I'm not. Listen, I be trying to get nice, have symmetry and all that. So when you come up out of it, they be like, oh, I didn't know you had all that. Yeah. These niggas is running around like that. Just round, everything. Shoulder round, arm round, elbow round. Everything is round, round, round. Not a cut, not a dent, nothing. This nigga couldn't do 20 push-ups. 20 push-ups. But he talking tough. 20 push-ups. We're not talking about sets. And that was his last set of 20. Really? Okay. Okay. Moo, I know you seen it, Moo. I know you in here, Moo. Come on. Dudes are doing 60 a set push-ups. Nigga couldn't do 20 in front of his son, and his son is giggling like that shit is slick. Your pops is in his 50s? And his ass is running around here like De Niro and Pacino? You can't do 20 fucking push-ups? But he a boss? I don't know. It's new age shit here. It is. It is. This is a bizarro, backwards, upside down world. Okay? But I'm just saying. Let me know. Okay? So now, getting back to these pregnant women. I want to know women, because I know. I done been around. I know it's things you're supposed to do and things that you shouldn't do when you, are expecting. And I never thought I'd see the day when I see women who are expecting in thongs and sheer tights twerking in front of crowds at major events with a bunch of people with their vulvas exposed. So what's good? Y'all didn't cancel Cardi. Yeah, damn sure ain't canceled Booty Hole Brown. She's still rocking. And now I'm seeing IG renegades doing it. Renegades. I say renegades because they ain't paying nobody. So they renegades. They on IG. Pregnant. Twerking. And black women ain't saying nothing. And I'm looking like, damn, that's deep. They're about to bring a child in the world, so I can imagine the thoughts, the processing that's going on with that newborn. Man. Again, we ain't here to police nobody body. That ain't where I'm at. You proud, you do go do your thing. When you on social media or you at public events or you are B-list celebrity, what part of the game is that? Now, for real, what part of the game is that? Mm. It's just, it's amazing to see how far back in the game we are. It is. It's amazing. All that does is encourage me to study more and to find different ways to articulate my message, because people still ain't listening to Bliz. But where do you think we going with that? When others see that, they're like, damn, look at, oh, that's what black women do now? That's what black women do? Ooh, wee. And she got a big old ass and big belly. She's expectant and she's naked. Not naked in the sense of you met a midwife, you were a doula. No, naked in the, you got on heels and stripper clothes and twerking. I didn't read your super chat. Hold on. Where is it, Mark? Now you got me going back. I didn't read it. Yeah, I didn't see it. You hear me coughing and carrying on. Let me go back. I'm going. Give me a second, Mark. God diggity doggy. What are you talking about? Okay, that's Miriam's. I said that. Where you at, Mark? Where you at? I don't see it. I can't go back no further. I don't see it. What it say? It ain't up here no more. Where it's at? My bad. My bad. But yeah, we have to get it in perspective. What I want to talk about Israel or Palestine for? I didn't say nothing about them. Why? Palestine ain't been the same since Arafat. Why am I going to emphasize on that? Oh, somebody said that? I'm not going to. For what? The entire world allowed Israel to do what they did. It ain't for me. It ain't my business. It's never been our business. Because the rest of the world looks at black people and be like, y'all allow them to do this. That's how they see black people. They look at black people and say, why did y'all allow them to do this? If y'all was to get right, if y'all was to step up, the whole world would be better off. So I'm not going to take on the responsibility of that. When y'all don't understand what true black liberators are up against, y'all don't have a clue. Y'all don't have a clue. People I followed didn't make it home. They were unalived as political prisoners. They blew Malcolm's chest off in front of his babies and his wife. They may have coerced Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad in a circle to hit him with some shit. That's what we up against. So when y'all looking and saying what we should do, y'all don't assist us. I never seen no Asian drop a bag in the hood and say, yo, get busy for liberation. Y'all don't nobody come and help us. Nobody. We got to figure this shit out on our own. Starting from scratch. You know, Russians dropping bags in the hood. Y'all flood the hood with drugs. So what y'all talking about? When people speak on black struggle and militancy, I gotta sit on here and scrape. little bit. When they give clowns like Umar millions, pimps like Tariq, who ain't did shit for nobody, millions. Who wouldn't bust, they not busting the gat, nothing for liberation at all. So you think I'm gonna come here and expose everything I know? And I can't get 30,000 subscribers? 30,000. I got dudes that's talking about bullshit. Come through and get 50, 60,000 subscribers like that. But when you're talking militancy, when you're talking true melanated struggle and pride and thought, that shit is a threat. That ain't none of that. Nah, ain't paying that nigga, ain't giving him shit. He trying to awaken people. So I don't care about Palestine and Israel. It is what it is. People who had resource to do something about it didn't. The whole world got armies and weapons and all. It could have been over there. They could have been knocked Israel up out of here. Y'all want them to, excuse me, y'all want them to do what they do. You understand? Y'all want them to do what they do. It ain't on me, on Bliz. Shit. It ain't up to me, Jack. Trust and believe. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. That's it. Get busy. Fight. That's it. Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing else. We don't need the policy, don't need the lobby, don't need to do nothing. It's like Cool G Rap said, nigga, go for your guns. Straight up. Straight up. Putting niggas in burial suits. That's it. That's it. George said the way. He paved the way. You had everything right in front of you. The universe gives you orators. The universe gives you strategists. The universe gives you motivators. They've given melanated folk every individual that they needed to move. People don't move. And this is the result of it. This is the result of it. I'm just giving you a macro view of it because I'm in the heart. I'm in NYC. I can show it to you from every and any level. You can go to any and every community out here in NYC, in the 5 boroughs. You see nothing black, nothing melanated, nothing that's going to encourage liberation, that's going to encourage militancy, that's going to encourage us to do for ourselves. Nothing. And that's from every angle. From basic shit like washing your clothes. You don't own none of that shit. None of that shit. The only shit that we own in large numbers is haircuts, barbershops. That's it. You don't own an industry, run an industry, participate. You gave up everything. Everything. All of the industries that our grandfathers and fathers had is gone. We had the livery cab game locked down. Black Pearl and all that shit. You gave everything up. You allowed black politicians to sell you some bullshit. Excuse me. And you gave it all up. So you have nothing left. You own no real estate, no property, nothing in New York City is a dub. A dub. You are powerless. So you wait till your area is gentrified. You go stick your Peter Peckerwood into some snow bunny, and that's it. I see it all day. All day. And it's going on all across the country. Black men have become useless. Powerless. That's why they doing the dumb shit that they do. That's why domestic violence is out of this, numbers is out of this world. Okay? That's why suicide rates among black men escalated out of this world. Or dudes are just going back to jail. Because they accepted that powerless position. They don't want to fight, Whitey. Scared to death. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. When I gave y'all 2 hours, I struggled through. I did what I did. Did what I did. Did what I was able to do. Okay? But y'all have to stop accepting. Stop being an audience and allowing them to dump bullshit on you because it gets in your psyche. It gets in your psyche. So when women consistently see themselves as whores, smuts, thoughts and shit, in any age group, when they see themselves 40, 50, 60, 70 going up under the knife to get a body to look sexy, but your cookie dry as a motherfucker. So what are you presenting as sexy for and you can't move sexually? This is a psychosis. This is a trick. This is technology. They got you deflecting and paying attention to so much bullshit that it weighs on your head. Gotta stop paying attention to it. Turn the BT bullshit off. The Tyler Perrys and all them negative and regressive narratives that don't have nothing to do with black people getting free. Nothing. At all. Okay? Cool K Kang, much appreciation for the war effort. And again, part of the process to becoming the ultimate soldier is getting control over your emotions and how you view yourself, which is why anger management is so important. So important. Y'all see it in the karate flicks all the time. That's all teachers is showing them. Controlling your emotions, controlling your breathing, controlling so you can strike. You see, it don't never make them a punk. It makes them an effective fighter. And then they could rage out at the end, and by the end of the flick, they done put their hand through somebody's chest. And all that shit. But you gotta be in control. You have to allow somebody to give you a clear picture of who you are so you can look at the world differently. That's it. That's how soldiers are made. No, it's never monolithic. Why? Because people do not. Andrea, much appreciation for the war effort. Why? Because people don't awaken at the same time. people have different learning skills, right? Some are audible learners. Some need tangible, right? Some people have to actually do. Some can hear. Some can read. So I could put a book in front of you. You could read it and not comprehend and understand it. But if somebody is standing in a space and they're spitting it, and it's a dictation, some may get it. Others may not. But we all understand our conditions and violence. Right? Consciousness is something totally different. Totally different from just understanding where you need to go. Right and wrong. Okay? Yeah. Different flowers bloom at different times. But you can't be sitting in the wrong. You understand? We just got people that's sitting in the wrong. Damn if they conscious or not. They don't even have basic common sense. Lack of survival skills. Or, shit, lack of acknowledgement that we are truly in a space where it's getting more and more difficult to survive. How you like that? How you like that? Oh, and before I go, because let me get this shit out. And I spoke on it briefly before. But I really, because I know the dudes, I had an acquaintance with them, and I also have a lot of that issue in my own family. You know what I'm saying? We all have cousins and stuff like that. But when it comes to Ghostface's son, and what, I don't know who or why they keep, the shit was supposed to die down and just move. But now, again, it's being put in that space. And I'm looking and saying, yo, hold up. I said it before. Ghost has nothing to do with what a grown-ass man is doing. He's not at fault for it. He can't be shamed by it. That's that man. You dig? I wouldn't care what took place or didn't take place in the structure and the upbringing of the household. That man is making decisions to present like that. That man is making decisions and letting somebody run in his grippers. That's that man. For him to come out and whatever the fuck he said in the song and how he say it, that shit don't have nothing to do with Ghost. Nothing. It's like I told you, whatever I did in the street, you can't blame my father for that. My father wasn't no street person. He wasn't backing down dudes with no guns. He wasn't into that. That father worked every day of his life. That was the God. He gave me knowledge of self. What I chose to do, that's on me. So Ghost can't be shamed by this shit here. He should never make statement about it. Leave this shit alone. I don't know where it's going and why it's moving the way it's moving, but the shit is corny. It's corny. It really is. Because that means you saying that at whatever time this person decided to take something in his grippers, that he said, oh, I'm doing this because of my dad. That's what the hell y'all trying to say with that. Like, whatever decisions that man made, he made. I'll never sit there and believe that that was his thought. Every time he got in the bed or in the staircase or wherever the hell he had his intimate moments, he did it because my father didn't pay me no attention. So I'm going to take this in the gripper. And whether he liked it or didn't like it. And he did it again and again. And whatever he's doing to subsequently look and present and move how he move don't have nothing to do with ghosts, yo. Ain't got nothing to do with that man. That's that man eating eggplant. That ain't got nothing to do with him. All his father could do is respond. That's it. That's it. So that narrative is dumb. It's crazy. Why y'all looking that way? You can't look at him as a father. I mean, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with him. Like that shit. The person is who he is. Which is consistent with how people do. Because people want to force their thoughts and ideologies on a situation and their beliefs about it. With missing certain truths. You did? Certain truths. How that even happened? It happened. It happened. When did it happen? You understand? When did the choice be made? It happened. Check this out. Let's go through the story of Adam and Eve. Okay? Y'all familiar with it? We had to build on it. I told y'all Adam was the first snitch. Adam was the first rat. We had to agree on that. Right? They said, God, hey, Adam, here, Adam. As a matter of fact, you need a partner. Here, Eve. Adam, hold Eve. What they say, Eve ate the fruit. Adam told, snitched, gave her right up. Nobody placed blame on the snake, though. Nobody. The snake whispered in Eve's ear, right? What Adam got to do with that? The snake whispered in Eve's ear, what that got to do with Adam? How was Adam to blame? Adam told. Straight up, he's a rat. He told. But the snake don't get shit. Snake ain't get chastised. Snake ain't get nothing. Whole story, nobody concentrated on the snake. Everybody deflected. Now, women are the root of all evil. From that point. Shame, the woman, shame, the woman. Nobody said Adam was the rat, though he told. Because y'all caught up in the presentation of how these pastors or bishops or whatever give y'all the story, especially how the Ofe presented it. But if you look deeper and really think about it, you're like, yo, hold on, what up? The snake did that. So what was Adam supposed to do? So you mean to tell me Adam is the all-inclusive individual? He's supposed to know about everything that pop off in the garden. He's supposed to see the snake at all given times. So now what? Where we at with it? Where we at with it? Talk about it. Because it don't make sense how you live. Put all those questions in there. That's what you do. I wasn't raised to believe in this shit. But I'm saying, y'all put the questions in. Y'all check it out. For real. I don't know if we have power to fight the snake. We don't know shit. We know the story, how it's being presented. If you believe it. I never seen them. First of all, I think the story is dumb. Because I don't believe those was the only two people. Period. The timetable don't match. It just don't. But I want to stay with the space of what you're saying. Nobody blame the snake. Nobody blame the snake. Y'all don't. Snake whispered in her ear. How's that Adam's fault? How is it Adam's fault? So therefore, he ain't going to take responsibility. He going to tell. Yo, nah, it was no, her. But you ate some too. I told y'all don't do it. You ate it. Now you ratting. Now you telling. That's the first snitch. Psychologically, that's your first snitch. But you deflecting. Just like y'all talking about the sins of somebody's children. Or the sins of the father. We not to blame for none of that shit to that degree. Because we don't know the rest of the story. What else is there? This man is presenting like that. He's saying this shit in this song. And again, I beg to differ. You don't just do that. That's a process. You don't just be comfortable presenting like that. That's a process. So you mean to tell me at every level of that process, he thought of his daddy? When his grippers was getting moistened, he thought of his daddy? Oh, I'm doing this because of my daddy? I'm liking this because of my dad? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Nah. That shit don't sit right. At all. At all. So again, I use everything. Everything. When it comes to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right? Again, much appreciation to my classroom assistants for holding me down. As y'all do, always holding me down. All right? But you said he could be twisted like that? That's a deeper conversation. All right? Yeah. To all those who got things going on, drop your merch, your product, your services in the comment section. You dig? My paperwork is always good. Shout out to the God Ja out there in Strong Island. Yeah. Guard your mind, man. That's all we got. Guard your mind and really get a clear picture of what's going on. Stand outside in silence and you can see the matrix. You can feel it. It's like Neo said, yo, it's funny. I can feel it. I can understand it. You can see it. Now it's your job to fight and pull up out. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Remain militant. Book your sessions if you up under here. Get them in. And yeah, that's what we got for a Sunday night. I appreciate all y'all coming through and listening and learning and engaging. You dig? Yeah, guard your minds. Got to guard your minds. What I think about that new Mobb Deep album? Oh, I like it. I definitely like it. It's decent. I was skeptical because I was, making an attempt of trying to see where P would fit in this era and did they have enough of his lyrics to, do what needed to be done for a posthumous album. It was one of the best I've heard. It was better than anything that I heard when the artist has transitioned. I haven't heard of De La shit without Dave. What Primo did with Guru, I don't think there was enough lyrics that he left. So as far as that Mobb Deep, that's a banger. You know? What's up, the Ukraine? Make sure everybody in the village is listening. If you hear you from the Ukraine, make sure everybody from the village subscribes. All right? Yeah, I seen that video, Andre. Yeah. We got a lot. I just seen some other wild video where they had a bunch of now later Skittle dudes running around, fighting on each other and all that. Yeah, well, they keep saying they're going to use AI to do a few other of our artists who transition. This it's going to get crazy. But always come back to the original. Try to come back to things that are stripped down. That's why I don't play the tech game. Because it always changes. Now you're just trying to keep up with that. Get a microphone, do this, do that, do this, get this phone, get that. Nah, come on, man. Black Panthers had typewriters and shit. Wait. What was that paper? That put that black piece of paper to me. Carbon paper and shit and Xerox machines. They was doing that shit hand, passing it out. I got a whole phone. And I could come on an app and speak to people. Millions of people would just listen. I don't need a bunch of technology because I'm coming with truth. I'm coming with information that can bring tangible results and change lives. I don't need a bunch of horns and whistles for that shit. I am me. You dig? So, AI is going to do what it do. But it's only going to do to you what you allow it to do. You dig? The mind that is attached to Christianity is stuck looking for delusions. It's a cold internet war. Yeah. I'm telling you, delusions and misdirection is some shit. And people get stuck in inherited beliefs that they don't even know why they believing in it. That's the real bullshit. You inherit a belief system that you don't even know if it's in tune with your soul, and you sit in the pocket of that. That's what's weird. You got Christians that don't know why they Christians, Muslims that don't know why they Muslims, atheists that don't know why they pick up inherited belief systems without knowing and understanding who they are. That's why the degrees is so important. That's why the nation of gods and earths is such a magical and scientific doctrine. Because without knowledge of self, knowing who you are and how you manifest, you don't have shit. You telling me something somebody else put in you and told you. You don't even know if it's you. You don't. I've seen hoes walk the track that ain't even them. I've seen straight broads in corporate America who really hoes. They moving out of their element and don't even understand why, because somebody put you there and told you that's what you have to do. But your nature, that's why these people keep getting caught up and tripped up. They nature, by nature, you a whore. You trying to be in corporate America. Shit is crazy. You a boxer, but you playing basketball. Or you on a basketball court and you really a boxer. Weird shit. People are out of order because they don't know themselves. Shit is wild. Yeah, but on that note, I'm not going to do it. It's 11:30, man. I will speak to y'all as soon as I can. All right? Y'all get home safely. All my truckers out there. Okay, make sure y'all get back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. You dig? 55 game. Get y'all grades up.